Hi, this is Jeevaratna and welcome to my channel Jeevan Astro Answers. And this topic is about polycystic kidney disease, which is also called as PKD. Polycystic kidney disease is an inherited disorder in which clusters of cells develop in the kidneys. It's a form of chronic kidney disease. Routinely, the kidney filter out excess toxic fluids and waste substances from the blood. In people with polycystic kidney disease, the kidneys become enlarged with cysts that impair normal kidney function. The basic unit of the kidneys are the nephrons, and each kidney containing approximately 1 million nephrons. Each nephron consists of a glomerulus, which is a collection of very small arteries intermingled with a series of tubules. The glomeruli and tubules work together and it filters the waste products from the bloodstream and finally it disposes it in the urine. In PKD, cyst formation begins as an expansion or ballooning of a tubule in a small proportion of the nephrons. The cyst in polycystic kidney disease or non-cancerous as it subsequently enlarges due to fluid secretion into the cyst. Then the cells making up of the cyst multiply, causing the cyst to grow even larger. These cysts can slowly replace much of the normal kidneys and it reduces the kidney function. And one of the most serious complications of polycystic kidney disease is kidney failure. So, the kidneys are no longer able to filter the waste products, maintain the fluid balance, and also it fails to maintain the blood pressure. As a final point, this may need for dialysis or kidney transplantation. PKD can also cause other complications or problems such as high blood pressure and even cysts in the liver, pancreas, thyroid gland, and spleen. And also, it creates the problems in the blood vessels of brain and heart. PKD do runs in families. It's an inherited disorder that's passed from parents to children through genes. Genes are the basic elements of heredity. Genes always comes in pair. At conception, children receive a set of genes from each parent. One gene in each pair comes from the mother and the other gene comes from the father. Genes are the part of our cells and it consists of DNA which instruct our cells what to do. DNA is found inside every cell of our body and carries information that get passed from one generation to the next. The DNA codes for different traits such as eye color, body type, and even sex. Moreover, genes can also determine the likelihood of developing a disease. A genetic disease can happen if one or both parents pass an abnormal gene to a child. A change or mutation in the genes causes PKD. PKD is almost always passed from parents to their child. This happens through something called dominant inheritance or recessive inheritance. Actually, there are three main types of PKD. They are autosomal dominant PKD, infantile or autosomal recessive PKD, and acquired cystic kidney disease. In case of autosomal dominant PKD, the disease is passed from parent to child by dominant inheritance. If one parent has the disease and passes an abnormal gene to the child, it's called dominant inheritance. Each child has a 50% chance of getting the disease. In other words, only one copy of the abnormal gene is needed to cause the disease. Symptoms usually begin between the ages of 30 to 40, but they can begin earlier even in childhood. Autosomal dominant PKD is the most common form of PKD. In fact, about 90% of all PKD cases are ADPKD. The next one is infantile or autosomal recessive PKD, which is also called as ARPKD. This form of the disease is passed from parent to child by recessive inheritance. Recessive inheritance means both genes in a pair must be abnormal to cause disease. Generally, people with only one defective gene in the pair are just called as carriers. Because these people are most often not affected with the disease condition, but they can pass the abnormal gene to their children. Unfortunately, if both parents carry the abnormal gene and both parents pass an abnormal gene to the child, then in this situation, every child has a 25% of chance for getting the disease. ARPKD causes cells to grow in the kidneys. It tends to be very serious, progresses rapidly, and is often fatal for newborn babies. Symptoms start in babies, sometimes even before they are born, which is why it's also called as infantile PKD. But more than half of children who survive will have kidney failure by the time of 15 to 20 years old. And this infantile PKD can also affect other organs, especially the liver. The final one is acquired cystic kidney disease, which is also called as ACKD. ACKD is more common in people who have already kidney disease for a long time. Like PKD, people with ACKD have fluid-filled cysts growing inside their kidneys. ACKD happens most often in people who are on dialysis, but the thing is, unlike PKD, people with ACKD do not have cysts in other organs. Most people do not develop symptoms until they are 30 to 40 years old. The first noticeable signs and symptoms may include back or side pain, an increase in the size of the abdomen, blood in the urine, frequent bladder or kidney infections, high blood pressure, kidney stones, cysts in the pancreas or liver, heart problems, colon problems, etc. High blood pressure is the most common sign of PKD, and high blood pressure can cause kidney damage, and it's very important to treat it. In fact, treatment of high blood pressure can help slow or even prevent kidney failure. According to medical astrology, the kidney is ruled by the seventh house and the seventh lord. Jupiter and Moon are the Karga of kidney disease. Venus is Karga of the seventh house, and Libra sign rules the seventh house of natural zodiac. Any affliction to the seventh house or the seventh lord and the malefic Jupiter, afflicted Moon and Venus can cause kidney troubles. PKD is the fourth leading cause of kidney failure. It's found in all races and occurs equally in men and women. It causes about 5% of all kidney failure, and there is no cure for PKD. But you may be recommended to manage some of the symptoms and health problems caused by PKD. If you have PKD symptoms, then go for the early diagnosis. Ultrasound is the most reliable and inexpensive way to diagnose PKD. Occasionally, a CT scan and MRI may also help to detect smaller cysts. In some situations, genetic testing might also be done. This involves a blood test that checks for abnormal genes that cause the disease. Some people with PKD are at a higher risk for progressing to kidney failure than others. Suppose if your kidneys fail due to PKD, then you will need to start dialysis or have to go for a kidney transplantation to live. Because the kidneys are such an important organ, their failure may start to affect other organs such as the liver. But proper medical care can help you manage PKD symptoms for years. For this, it's very important for you to understand the risk for kidney failure and learn about what you can do to manage it. Then, follow your management plan and change your healthy lifestyle pattern. This may be able to help you keep your kidneys working longer and slow progression to kidney failure. I hope you might have received some useful information from this video. We will meet you soon in my next video. Till then, take care and bye.